Okay, should you do keto? And if so, how do you do it? As a nutritionist, I have to say that is the number one question that I have heard in the past couple years. Actually, in 2019, keto diet was the number one Googled diet term. And do you know what that means when something is incredibly popular and everyone is talking about it and everyone is Googling it? It means there's some really shady people out there that are going to try to take advantage of you to get your money. So if you have been sold on the idea that keto will fix everything from weight loss to toenail fungus, this video is for you. Now, if you've been here for a while, you know that I'm huge on bioindividuality. And what that means is that I believe every person is different, and what works for one person might not work for the other. So while I'm not going to tell you if you should do the keto diet because I don't know you, I am going to give you some really important education, information, and background on keto so that you can figure out if you should do keto, and if so, how to do it the right way so that you end up healthier than before instead of worse off. As a brief aside, if you come across a program, keto or otherwise, that says everyone needs to do this program to be healthy, you should probably run in the opposite direction because that's simply not true about anything. What that means is that that individual does not have a solid understanding of genetics, microbiomes, nutrient deficiencies, health histories, or bioindividuality in general. So first up, what is keto? Keto is what we call being in the state of ketosis. Ketosis is what we call burning ketone bodies for fuel. And ketone bodies are a fuel source made by your liver out of fat. What are some of the benefits that we see from the keto diet? So first of all, obviously weight loss is kind of the biggest one that we see. That's why a lot of people embark on the keto diet is weight loss. But second of all, we also see improved cognitive function. We see an increase in memory. We see a reduction in brain fog. The brain seems to run very, very well on ketones. So when you're in ketosis and you're using ketone bodies for fuel, your brain runs really clean. Think of it as a clean burning energy, best kind of gas that you could possibly put in your car. The car is going to run better. So improved cognition is one of the awesome benefits of ketosis. We also see stabilization in blood sugar. When we are not on the keto diet and we're eating the standard American diet, we're usually taking in a lot of carbs, a lot of sugar. And what that means is that your blood sugar is going to go up and then it's going to go down and then it's going to go up and then it's going to down. Those fluctuations in blood sugar have a lot of downstream effects. They can impact everything from your mood to your weight to your cognition, and can end up creating some metabolic dysfunctions like type 2 diabetes, dyslipidemia, and high blood pressure, all things that we want to avoid. But on the keto diet, we see really nice stable blood sugar because you're not taking in a lot of glucose and carbohydrates. You're just burning those ketone bodies instead. And so we see nice stable blood sugar as a result of the keto diet. So how do you get into ketosis? Basically, our bodies have two main fuel sources. One is ketone bodies and the other is glucose. It can only choose from one at a time. So when you're on the keto diet, you're taking away that glucose source by having a very low amount of carbohydrates. What that does is it forces your body then to turn to its other fuel source, which is ketone bodies. To do this, your body breaks down your fat stores, also known as triglycerides, into something called free fatty acids. These free fatty acids are sent off to your liver, where your liver converts these free fatty acids to beta-hydroxybutyrate, acetone, or acetoacetate. These are then converted into acetyl-CoA and then used as energy in the form of ATP or adenosine triphosphate. So how do you get your body to tap into these fat stores and use that for fuel? The first one is fasting. During periods of fasting, you're not taking in any glucose, obviously, because you're not taking in anything, and that's going to allow your body to switch over to your fat stores and tap into those once it runs out of glycogen. Glycogen is a stored form of glucose, so it's stored in your liver and your vessels, and once your body runs out of that, then it's going to tap into those fat stores and to burn those for fuel instead. And the second way that you can enter ketosis is carbohydrate restriction. Similar to that fasting scenario, your body doesn't have enough glucose coming in to be able to burn that for fuel, and it's going to tap into your fat stores and use that for fuel instead. It's also going to be able to burn any fat that you take in, which is why the keto diet is very low in carbs and very high in fat. One key thing to note about the keto diet is that it's moderate in protein. This is where I see a lot of people go wrong. They end up going too high on protein. They think it's high fat, high protein, and low carbs, and they forget that the protein is actually supposed to be moderate. There's something called gluconeogenesis, and what this means is that your body can actually make glucose out of the extra protein. So if your protein's too high, it can turn that into glucose, which then kicks you out of ketosis. There are loads of keto products on the market today, ranging from keto snacks and meals and ice creams and treats, all the way over to ketone esters and ketone salts, which are exogenous ketones. Those are ketones that you take and you put in your body instead of having your body utilize your own. Now, these can be helpful to kind of bridge the gap between starting ketosis and fully entering ketosis. Some people can avoid the keto flu by using them, but they are absolutely not necessary. And so I want you to know that you don't have to go out and buy all of these fancy products to do the keto diet. Some of them can be incredibly expensive, and like I said, they're not necessary. Now, there's a few other places where I see people go wrong on keto. The first one is that gluconeogenesis, like we talked about. The second one is calories. People seem to forget sometimes that calories do still matter on the keto diet if you're trying to lose weight. So if you want to lose weight, then your calories still need to be at a caloric deficit. If you want to gain weight, your calories need to be higher. So for example, if I were to consume 2,000 calories a day on a regular day for me to maintain my weight, and I want to lose weight and I'm on keto, what do you think happens if I have 4,000 calories a day? Whether it's keto or not, whether my body's burning fat for fuel or not, there's still an extra 2,000 calories laying around. They have to go somewhere. So those are going to end up being stored as fat, which would not allow me to lose weight. So remember that the calories do still matter. Keto is one of the fastest and easiest ways to lose weight because you're able to tap into those fat stores so readily, but you still need to remember that the calories matter at the end of the day. Another really big area that I see people going wrong, in my opinion, is doing keto in a not so healthy fashion. I believe in health above all else. I don't believe in losing weight just for the sake of losing weight. If you need to lose weight to be healthier, then focusing on being healthier will help you lose weight. Versus the other way around. If all you're doing is focusing on weight loss, you might lose your health in the process. And so what I see sometimes is people doing the keto diet just pounding bacon and butter and lard and burgers, and they seem to forget about vegetables and vitamins and minerals and all these other really crucial parts of our diet. So my version of the keto diet is still really high in vegetables. It's just a very specific type of vegetables that still fits the macros that allow you to be in ketosis. I feel so strongly about doing keto the right way that I put together a course on keto. It's available on my website. I'm going to link it below also, but this course will walk you through exactly how to do the keto diet the healthy way, the right way, with lots and lots of vegetables, and then of course the proper calorie and macro ratio. Remember that macro ratio is key. Your carbs have to be low, your fat has to be high, and your protein has to be moderate. And in the course, I walk you through exactly how to figure out what that is for you, your body, and your weight. And then I also walk you through what foods to eat and not eat so that you can maintain a really, really healthy, well-rounded diet without any nutrient deficiencies and vitamin deficiencies, and still get your end goal, which is all those beautiful benefits that you see on ketosis. And finally, if you're doing keto my way, you're going to see a reduction in inflammation. My way removes processed foods, and instead we're going to add in antioxidant, polyphenol, nutrient-rich vegetables, berries. We're going to use really healthy meats and really healthy fats like avocados, olive oil, and coconut oil. We also remove some of the other inflammatory foods on my version of keto, like dairy, and then of course gluten. Grains are gone. At the end of the day, I believe that the keto diet can be a really healthy diet if it's done properly. Between the reduction in inflammation, the improved cognition, weight loss, and regulation of blood sugar, it can really improve the health of most people. If you feel that it's right for you, I just want you to be cognizant of the potential downfalls of doing it the wrong way and really try to make sure that you are doing it the right way and you're getting enough vegetables and nutrients to stave off any potential vitamin and mineral deficiencies that could have serious complications down the road. So while I'm not against the keto diet, I actually really like it for certain populations. It has to be done right. Bye.